How's it going, everyone? My name is Ronker, and today we're going to be taking a look at the long-awaited film, No Time to Die. Okay, so the film was supposed to come out last year, but much like other films that were supposed to come out last year too, they were all pushed back. This one was pushed back multiple times thanks to the pandemic. It's also the last James Bond movie for Daniel Craig, who has played the legendary 007 since 2006. So this is his farewell film, and I have to say it's been a bit of a mess leading up to this. People were mad that he was leaving and they were getting a female 007. People were worried he wouldn't get much focus on the film, or just a lot of stupid excuses because people they were making about this film and how they didn't want to go see it. I didn't care. I wanted to see Daniel Craig one more time as Bond before he's done with the role, and I wanted to see how this film was going to go. So, how did it end up going?
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Well, let's take a look at the plot then, shall we? The film takes place years after the last film, where we see Bond has retired, he is done, he is now living somewhere peaceful, until he's brought back in after a new threat has risen. So Bond is brought back and teams up with the new 00. So the two have to work together to stop our main villain, played by Rami Malek, and save the world without anyone dying. So yeah, well, at least the hero's dying. So anyways, that's the plot of the film without going to spoiler territory. And I have to say, this was actually a lot of fun. I thought they did a good job with the plot from the opening act, which got me hooked on what was going on, to showing us the interaction between Bond and Nomi, who is the new 00, and showing us how much this job has taken out of Bond over the years. I mean, this has taken so much out of the poor guy, and you can't help but get invested in the characters. You want to see Bond finally relax, not worry about the world ending, and without getting almost killed so many times. So this film does a good job getting you hooked on everything that's going on, from the first act to the second, all the way to the final act. And I think with some minor issues that I have with it, with A, it's a little too long, and B, the villain in the film isn't as awesome as the other ones before him. Other than that, this actually wasn't that bad of a plot. I really did enjoy how well it went, and was really happy with everything that led to the ending. So I was very happy for that.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Daniel Craig in the film did an amazing job. I mean, in all of his Bond films, he does an amazing job. But this one, even though it's his last one, he still gives it 100% and did an amazing job. I love how how he shows that the character is a badass, but is also someone who shows that this job is taking its toll on him. Like, he's been through so much, and you feel bad for the guy to the point that you just want him to go off to the sunset, just stay retired, but he keeps getting pulled back in. But he still goes out there and does it because he wants to save the world and, keep everyone safe. But I also love the interaction that Daniel Craig had with the other actors, and the chemistry that the characters have with one another. Ben Whishaw as Q. I love the interaction between him and Bond. Naomi Harris as Eve Moneypenny, the love interest Leah Seydoux, also just great interaction between the two. But I think I liked the interaction between Daniel Craig and Lashana Lynch, who is the new 00, aka Nomi. I think the interaction between the two was the best part of the film, mostly because they're not at each other's throats. Both are professionals, both are trying to do their jobs, both don't like each other, but they're both trying to do their jobs right. And Lashana did a good job with her performance as the new 00. She isn't trying to be like Bond. She's a soldier just trying to do her job and doesn't need a suit to do it. But thankfully, the focus isn't on her. It's mostly on Daniel Craig. Lashana does get plenty of screen time, and she isn't overshadowing Daniel or hogging the spotlight. This film is about Bond, and she's there as a supporting character like everyone else, which makes sense since this is Daniel Craig's last role as Bond. But everyone gets plenty of screen time. Everyone's able to go out there and give a great performance. My only complaint I did have was Rami Malek, who I do like his performance as, in other films. And this one wasn't bad, but his performance as the villain, I felt his character wasn't up there as memorable as some of the other Bond villains we've had before. The plot of what he wants to do is not bad. It's actually a good one, but And he does get some good dialogue, but again, like his character isn't someone I'm gonna remember as one of Bond's greatest enemies, and it's probably my only issue that I have with the characters. But everyone else did an amazing job, and I'm hoping that we get to see Lashana more in another Bond film on her own, and hopefully she doesn't get the same kind of heat as many of these idiots have been giving her. Like seriously, just let it go, guys. Just let the whole thing go.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
The setting of where they shot the film looks amazing, especially when when they shoot the fight scenes, which feels like a lot of the time like you're experiencing it yourself. You're on the edge of your seat, and while everything is going on, you just can't help but get hooked on everything that's happening. And the way they shot the action scenes also looked amazing as well. I really like how well they did this. The action scenes to me in these Bond films have always been the best part. Now, yes, they do get a little ridiculous, but nothing like Die Another Day. But it does get ridiculous at times. But luckily, it isn't like Mission Impossible crazy. The music I thought was actually not bad. I actually liked it, especially for the fight scenes. I especially enjoyed the special effects and like some of the new gadgets they have here. Now, yes, again, some of the gadgets are pretty ridiculous, but again, it's not that bad. So, really happy with how well they shot these scenes, how they shot everything, especially in the opening. I thought was pretty cool. So, well done, guys. Well done on this.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Alright, so my final thoughts on No Time to Die. Is it a good send-off for Daniel Craig as James Bond? Yes. It isn't perfect, but I still felt like they did a good job with this film. I enjoyed the performance of the actors, with some minor issues with Rami's character. The plot was done well, despite a few minor issues I forgot to mention, but I don't think hurt the film in any way. And I like the way they shot the film, the fight scenes, the settings, everything. Like, you just can't help but get invested in this. So, yeah, No Time to Die is a good James Bond film and one that I will enjoy watching again and again. And this is a film I highly recommend checking out if you're a Bond fan or just want to watch a good action film. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You have a different opinion about this film. What you think of the other Daniel Craig Bond films or any other Bond film? Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button, check out my Facebook page, check out my Twitter page, check out T3 Media's channel, subscribe to their channel, give the day with their videos, and I'll see you next time to give you more love and more entertainment. Until then, take care, be safe, love y'all, and goodbye.